Fair use, fair use. It's your brother Wal Rum. You're back with another lesson, Lord willing. It be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahab, Rakakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai by their faith. I just want to bring out another lesson. As Esau has been revealed to be the devil the Bible speaks of. And he's been the devil throughout his ages, man. The Lord put the spirit on him to be the wicked on the left-hand side. He can't change that. What he has done was paint the children of Israel as the wicked because he has the power to do so. And I'm speaking of the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We've been painted to be the wicked of the earth. And this is pretty much put us in every other nation's eyes as the wicked, man, the devil. And it's opposite of that because the Lord naturally made us spiritual. Our people, 2/3 of our people have been programmed to be wicked because of their environment. And that's no excuse because everyone has to pay their lot. So I want to, just tap into this lesson, man, because Esau is the demon, the devil. And the children of Israel is the righteous, man. But only at this time the elect are the righteous. The Lord is going to redeem. So let's get right into this lesson. And Lord, will it be edifying? So you're seeing the seed of the wicked being revealed, man. It's all over, and that can't be changed, man, because everything has came to the surface, and we know that they, brung out the files to make the people look in another direction of the dollar crashing, the society going into basically a free fall because everything is falling, man, from the stock markets, for heavy the precious metals stock falling. Now the software stocks falling to the dollar crashing, man. It's too strong. They need to basically crash it. And we're seeing that this is it, man. This is no longer we don't know because we're seeing it happen right before our eyes. And the Lord is showing you through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah who the wicked is, man. Now check this out.
The Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshippers thanks Governor Tim Walz for not standing in the way of spreading Satanism in the state capitol building Satan has a special place for you. All right, that's for Governor Walz. I'm not sure if I was the governor of the state of Minnesota, that's what I would want my legacy to be. But it says, Satan has a special place for you.
And see, Satan is not a red man that's under the earth, man. He is the red man walking the earth. They put a goat as the image of their God, man, and you see him right there. So Esau will make things seem like it's harmless, but behind the scenes they're doing all these different demonic things with their God, man. And now we know that, pretty much everything has come to the forefront. Nobody can say that this man is not the wicked, because what they do and what they've been doing for many ages have been hiding their hand. What you say, throwing the rock and hiding their hand. So they've been hiding behind all the wickedness that they've been doing, and it's not talking about these little regular Joe Blow congressmen, six-pack Edomites, but the elite. They just bring these guys out as figureheads, but they take what they want, man, because they had the power in their hands. And I went to the lesson the other day, because they got the power to do so. So they've been going through and rape, robbing, and murdering and taking what they wanted, to the point that because they control everything, the media, that they say and speak as they're not guilty of the things they've done. And this is the tongue falling up on them. Now, this is a Cruz, and he's going to speak proudly about what was done, and held no accountability of what was done. Like it never even existed, that this land was stolen from the northern tribes. But check this out.
Did either of y'all watch the Grammys this week?
I did not. Just the tail end of it.
One simple question: Are we right now on stolen land?
I have no idea the history of this land, of this where we're sitting today.
Nor do I, Senator.
So that speaks volumes that neither of you are willing to say, hell no, we're not on stolen land. And I will say at the Grammys, when you see an entertainer say, nobody is illegal while we're on stolen land, and then you see entertainers leap to their feet clapping so excitedly at the notion that America is fundamentally illegitimate, it starts to convey that the entertainment world is deeply corrupt. And I will point out that same singer who says no one is illegal on stolen land promptly went back to her $14 million mansion, and somehow that stolen land she wasn't concerned about, just the United States of America.
So he knows his land was stolen, because if there was a case, why he even care about what a singer or actor, what they say, what influence they have, just over some little young cats that don't really know what's going on behind the scenes? Why would you care about the influence of an actor? That makes absolutely no sense, because the guilt is coming out, man, because they want to hide their hand from all the wickedness that they've done. And see, Babylon has been a prison for the children of Israel, man. This is where we was meant to be taken and go to for our judgment, man. But that time is coming to an end. But the people that you stole this land from, they will never forget this, man. Just like you do 911, you don't want nobody ever forget that, and all the things that you've done and hid your hand from it, and let time go by, and then said it was no harm to anyone. Now, the Lord is going to require the past. It wasn't just you did it and just got away with it, and so that's good, I got away with it. The Lord requires the past, man. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. Now, check this out.
Finally found Mexico. I mean the real Mexico, not the one with the imaginary borders. Because this is what the original territory looked like. And it expanded almost all the way up to Canada. Did you also know that many Mexicans are also Native American? That's because the United States isn't the only country that experienced settlers and colonizers. Mexico, just like the Caribbean islands, had to deal with the settlers of Spain, which is why the people of this region now speak Spanish. But this is still native territory. And when the border was brought down south, disconnected many people from the area now known as Mexico from their ancestral land. So we not only had people doing the Trail of Tears and the Long Walk, but we also had people from this region being forced south. Those who colonized these areas subjected the peoples to a lot of forced migration. And that's why when we look at issues today, like what's going on at ICE and immigration, you have to remember the fact that there are no illegal Native Americans in this country. Whether they come from Mexico or Canada or the islands, the only people that are illegal to the United States, Mexico, Canada, etc., are those from over the ocean. And that's because the United States is currently actively breaking over 500 treaties that it has made with Native people. Regardless of how you feel about the current administration and its immigration rules, deporting people off of their ancestral territories is a form of modern day forced migration, because this is all ours as Native people. And also, that includes South America, because all of the Americas belongs to Native people. It's funny how in modern times you want the natives of these lands to follow the rules that you created because you don't want them to take resources from you. At the end of the day, you don't want to be treated the way your ancestors treated us.
And that's what it all boils down to. See, Esau has a guilty conscience because he feels like all the things that I've done to them, they might one day do it to me. That's why they complaining about their birth rates are down, and no one is pretty much able to stop them from declining. And it's all from the Lord, man. The Lord is doing this. And the scriptures talk about moving landmarks. And this is what Esau done. That's why she was saying they broke over 500 treaties, man. So the time is coming to an end that the rulership that they enjoyed for many years, is coming to an end. They used their institutions, their religion against the children of Israel, man. And made us bow down to their religion, man. That's why, Jake is, the northern tribes are Catholics, and the southern tribes are pretty much Baptists and Pentecostal and all these other different forms of Christianity under their slave owners, man. And this is going to be required of judgment from the Lord on Esau, man, because of what he done to the children of Israel. Now, just touching back on that video I just showed you, that goes to show you that the northern tribes, the blacks, well, I'm just going to say the so-called blacks, but the Hispanic and native tribes pretty much mixed together, man. Not saying Jake and they wasn't dark skin or anything like that, because over time the colors made them a little lighter. But a lot of those tribes that are so-called Mexican and native are mixed together. They, not mixed together in the sense that they're mixed people, but mixed together with both tribes. You can't really tell the difference between the tribes to a sense, because a lot of those native tribes are in Canada now, man. So let's get to this video, man, because they use this religion against us and killed us over it, man. Use it, chattel slavery against the southern tribes and also the northern tribes, man.
The Catholic Church didn't like the Moors, so they rejected the Old Testament. They whitewashed biblical imagery, legalized slavery, and kicked off the Renaissance. Martin Luther didn't like the Catholic Church, so he started the Lutheran Church. The Lutheran Church supported chattel slavery. Then Calvin didn't like the Lutherans, so he started the Reformed Church. The Reformed Church also supported chattel slavery. Henry VIII didn't like being denied a Catholic marriage, so he started the Anglican Church. The Anglican Church supported chattel slavery as well. Then people didn't like the Anglican Church, so more churches were born. John Smith broke off and helped form Baptist churches, which supported chattel slavery. William Miller broke away and sparked the Adventist movement, which supported chattel slavery. Ellen G. White built on that, and Seventh-day Adventism formed, which supported chattel slavery. Charles T. Russell came out of that world too, and Jehovah's Witnesses were formed. Jehovah's Witnesses also supported chattel slavery. Joseph Smith came out of Methodism and founded Mormonism, which supported chattel slavery. John Wesley broke from Anglicanism and created Methodism, which supported chattel slavery. Then Charles Parham exploited the hopes of former slaves and broke off his Pentecostalism. Then more broke off Pentecostalism. And now you've got thousands of denominations everywhere. So the question is, are we really following Christ? Or are we just building new churches every time somebody disagrees? And another question, why did none of these religions reject slavery? Why do the descendants of slaves still hold them so dear, knowing they don't agree with the Bible?
So that goes to show you who the devil is, man. They don't take hold of the Bible, man. Look at the last little bit, what he just said.
Of slaves still hold them so dear, knowing they don't agree with the Bible.
See, none of these religions agree with the Bible. See, we know the adversary is the devil, man. And Esau is the adversary to the point that this man right here believes that he has some connection to something holy, man. That his people are superior to the tribes, man. But the mindset is assumed to change of these low-level Edomites, man, because you're not going to be in a comfortable state once this man crashes his economy. Your kingdom is finished because he knows that once he does it, it's over with. But he has a system and a plan that when he does it, he's going to still rule and have power. That is the trap that the elite are in. But these Joe Blow six-pack Edomites are worried about Jake, I'm doing this and doing that, Black History Month this and Black History Month that, not knowing they're being set up to be judged by their own people, man. Now check this out.
I'm racist. My generation of white American men were told that the last 80 years were a problem. People who looked like us, that lived like us, they were the problem. And that we all needed to get past racism together. And that if we could pull it off, if we could get past racism, if we could learn to live in a colorblind society, that things would be better for all of us. And so we were the first generation raised with a truly post-racial mindset. And as we started to reach adulthood, we walked down, put our hand forward to shake the hands of every other race, of every other group, of every other religion, and were immediately sucker punched by reality. Everybody else made it clear that no, they're not striving for a post-racial society. They want to fight over our corpse. They didn't want equality, they wanted our stuff. Right now, to be a white man in America, you have to be out loud, expressly okay with the idea that in 50 years, your entire lineage, your entire bloodline, your entire cultural history won't exist anymore. I'm not gonna apologize for the achievements of my ancestors. I'm not gonna apologize because my people built a better world than yours. We took a land made of stick huts and bison chasers and turned it into the country that put a man on the fucking moon in less than 200 years. We made everything that these people are fleeing their homelands of thousands of years to come and deliver DoorDash to. Fuck you. Fuck everything that you say about.
And this man is clueless that none of the stuff he says happened. He's worried about, so-called immigrants, heathen nations coming over here delivering DoorDash. And he's worried about that, not seeing that the Lord is the reason why your birth rate is declining. It has nothing to do with any heathen or Jake or anybody. This has nothing to do with us. But after that 1,000 years, you will be eliminated. 86, they will say. You'll be 86. But your birthright is finna come right. Your birthright, Salakia. Your birth rate is finna skyrocket. Soon as Yahweh Bashem Yahushua comes and destroys your kingdom, your birth rate is going to skyrocket because you're going to build up our world. And as he said, we built a new world. Yeah, this is your world. So we know the wicked, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So we know that this is your world, man. And it's soon to come to an end. And your elite are setting you up to be taken down, man. And you never landed anyone on the moon. So your pride has deceived you. Because DT has set you up, man. And he is getting money. Matter of fact, let me get that video, man. DT is getting money hand over fist. He's not worried about you little regular Joe Blow six-pack Edomites. He's setting you up to go into hardcore bondage. Let me see if I can find that video real quick. There you go. Yeah. DT ain't worried about you little regular Joe Blow six-pack Edomites, man. He got his family set up. He ain't worried about y'all, man. But these look, because the reason why they feel so strongly about us, because the media has demonized the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. But the elite, shit, they going on about this. They ain't worried about you, you regular Joe Blow six-pack Edomites, man.
The president and his family have used the office of the presidency to pocket $1.4 billion plus since he was sworn in. New York Times analysis entitled Trump's Plundering of America indicates that some of that is a result of the president selling corruption here at home, but much of it relates to the president selling out U.S. interests overseas to make a killing for his family, including giving away sensitive U.S. semiconductor and AI technologies to the UAE, while the UAE pumped $2 billion into one of the Trump family ventures. And then there are all the other Trump deals that are intertwined with tariff or foreign policy matters. Golf courses in Saudi Arabia and Vietnam, Trump hotels and office buildings in other countries. And of course, there's the $400 million jet from Qatar. The list goes on and on. By any measure, this is the most corrupt administration in American history.
And see, the scriptures don't lie, man. The most corrupt. This is an Edomite saying this. The most corrupt office ever history in American history. And look at him here. And you worried about Jake getting a what you call a leg up? Man, you Edomites are through, man, because your elite are selling you out, man, to the point they want to have peace away from Jake, and we not the problem. They present this on the news because the propaganda machine it gets views. So why not make a enemy to get everybody to want to go against? And they've done this for many years because they got these other nations, Koreans, and I ain't gonna name all of them, but they hate Jake and they don't even know us. This guy that made a website, and I'm gonna let him say it says website built to avoid black people. Now we ain't the problem, but we're going to be deemed as the problem. But it's all for a purpose because it's going to be civil unrest, race wars, civil wars, all that's going to happen in Babylon the Great. But at the end of it, you won't be receiving a judgment that's going to be unheard of in the history of the world, man. What's coming to the Idumeans has never happened before in the history of the world, man. Now check this out.
Here, we want to call out one of the most disturbing and inappropriate websites that we've uncovered. It's called peaceandquiet.io, and it lets users filter neighborhoods by first names like Jamal, Ebony, Tyrone, Lakeisha, then overlays these results onto a map. But that's not all. The same map includes violent crime heat maps, Popeyes locations, Waffle House locations, all toggleable layers. The site claims it's about finding quiet places to live. But when you combine racially coded name filters, crime data, and specific fast food chains, the pattern becomes hard to ignore. There's no disclaimer explaining how names are sourced, no transparency about intent, and no guardrails on how this data is being interpreted. Whether this was framed as data or convenience, it effectively enables racial avoidance through proxies. This isn't subtle. It's an algorithmic redlining, repackaged as a lifestyle tool. And me, just personally, this is uncalled for. This is stuff that we do not need on the internet, but I just want to call this out so people are aware of these type of websites out there.
It doesn't matter if you like it on the line or whatever. I mean, it's no whole bar now, man. It's no more good guy, nice guy, man.
All praises.
Everyone is finna be for themselves, man. Everyone is finna be for themselves. And if you can't see that, you jakes that think that Esau is going to be nice and be cool with you, you're doomed, man. Because the Lord is finna turn them up, man, in the spirit to be against you jakes, man. at every turn, man. This is 1 John 3 and verse 8. It says, he that committeth sin is the devil, man. And this man sinned from the beginning. For the devil sinned from the beginning. See that? The devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose, the Son of Power was manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil. See that? The Lord is coming to destroy the works of the devil. He was manifested for that. When Yahweh Bashem Yahushua came on the scene, this was the end of Esau rule. Now the Lord is going to return, man, and judge 2/3 of his people, and also Esau, Edom, man, and the heathen nations, man. This is John 8 and verse 44. And it's talking about Jake, but Esau is the seed of the wicked, man. This is John 8 and 44. It says, ye are of your father the devil. And see, Esau is the seed of the wicked. It says, in the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. See that? He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh of a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is the father of them. It's like and he is the father of it. And we see the seed of the wicked from the beginning has been wicked, man. Especially to us, man. Especially to the children of Israel, man. He deceived Eve, and that's when, no, matter of fact, let me get this first. I was going to get the Genesis 3. But I want to get this Psalms 37, man, because Esau is the seed of the devil, his father, the devil. This is Psalms 37 in verse 28. It says, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever. See that? The elect are going to be preserved forever. No matter if you do taste death on this side, man, you're not going to taste death as a sense of that sting, because the Lord has overcome that sting of death. End of 28, it says, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. See that? The seed of the wicked is going to be cut off. And they are the father, the devil, man. They are the seed of the wicked. And there's no way around this man not being the seed of the wicked, man. We seen this all our lives, man. Before I even came in the truth, man, I know this man, something was different about him, because he had so much hatred towards you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. This is his lot, man. This is Malachi 1 and verse 2. It says, I have loved you, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. So the Lord is going to show Esau his hatred towards him, man. The seed of the wicked is about to be cut off forever, man. And later his mountains and his heritage waste. See that? His heritage and his mountains is going to be laid waste. His rulership, his power, his heritage, his people. For the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And see, he has built us, like the guy was saying, we built this country, we built all this, we did all of this. But it was a purpose for you doing all of this, man. For it to be thrown down by the Lord when he returns. See, when the Lord was born, that was in. That's why Herod wanted to kill Yahushua at his birth. But you have been brung out to be who we've been preaching you as is now. Because it's all on the files. We already knew it before the files, but the files just made it broad for everyone to see. The border of wickedness, and against the people whom Yahweh Bashem Yahushua had indignation forever, man. See, righteous hatred towards forever. And you're not going to get out of the grips of the Lord, man. You're not going to be able to hide anymore from your judgment, man. Because they're about to pull the plug on the financial system. And once they pull the plug on the financial system, man, your days is limited because World War III is at the door. And that's why we telling our people through the Spirit, you better wake up, man, because we are at the end, man. That MOTB is going to hit the scene and be made mandatory, and you know things are going to speed up, man, faster than what you can believe, man. You ain't going to be sitting in the house, man, just eating and drinking and watching a game, and the NFL came back again, and you celebrating the holidays again. They already said that Christmas ain't going to be no Christmas this year, man. So things are going to get to that point, man. All hell is going to break loose, man. This is 1 Peter 5:8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour." And that's what he does, man. Now, if you say something bad about the caps, small, they're gonna be a target, man. So they look to devour you financially, in every way, man. Just to make it plain, man. In every way, they look to devour you, man. And we've been telling you through the Spirit, preaching and prophesying who the devil was, man. Now the devil has truly been revealed, man. The son of perdition. Let me get that. That's in 2 Thessalonians, I think. The wicked has been revealed, man. 5. Oh, 2 Thessalonians. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2. I'll skip right past it. There you go. 2 Thessalonians 2. This 2 Thessalonians 2, in verse 8, it says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed." And see, we've been saying it and prophesying it from the Spirit of the Lord. Now it's been revealed, man. Nobody going to say that the devil is not on the earth, man. And nobody can say that now. Verse 7, I'm going to start. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work." See, he's been working for a while, man. And everybody didn't know who he was, man, because the scripture also say that he would paint himself as an angel of light. And that's what he's done, man, to see the whole world. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will consume with the spirit of his mouth." And this is what we're doing by prophesying his word, man. It says, "And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." And see, the Lord is coming to destroy our enemies, man. It says, "Even him who coming is after the working of Satan." See that? The devil, the adversary, the deceiver, with all powerful signs, lying and lying wonders, man. So the Lord is coming back to bring judgment on who he has indignation with forever. And that can't be changed, man. That can't be changed. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2. And I'm going to drop down and hit the point in verse I just get the point. Start at verse 22. It says, "As for the mysteries of power, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness." And that's our enemies, man. It says, "Neither discern a reward for the blameless souls." See, they'll put somebody to death for nothing, man. They'll lock you up for nothing, man. It says, "Power created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his eternal, his son, his own eternal." Let me slow down. It says, verse 23 again. It says, "And power created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through the envy of the devil came death." See that? Through the envy of the devil came death into the world. "And they that do hold of his side find it." So it's like it says, and they that do hold of his side do find it. See, this man envied from the beginning, man. And that's how we know for a fact this man is of his father, the devil, man. They envy us now. And we don't have anything, man. This is Genesis 3 and verse 2. It says, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, power said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. See that she was given a commandment not to even touch it, or you're going to die. But what the devil did, the serpent, the deceiver, the devil, the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for power doeth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be gods, knowing good and evil. See, he deceived her, man. And that's what Eve is being deceived by the devil this day, man, today. And this man is a serpent, man, the deceiver. And the Lord uses the deceiver on the left-hand side, man, which is Esau. So it all makes sense now who the devil is, man, and why he was set up to be the devil. This is Hebrews 2 in verse 14. It says, for as much then as the children are partakers of the flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that have power over death. And who has power over death, man? That's Esau, man. He has power to destroy you, to lock you up, to kill you, all this, man. But see, the Lord overcame that, man. This is the trick. I ain't gonna say the trick. This is the mystery that our people don't understand, man. Only the elect understand this, man. The Lord overcame death, man, for our sakes, that we wouldn't feel the sting of death. It says that is the devil. And let me read this one more time, man, because it's very heavy, man. And we know who the devil is, man. I'm going to get it in a couple of translations. It says, this is NLT. It says, because power's children are human beings made of flesh and blood, the Son also became flesh and blood, for only as a human being could he die. So he couldn't come down and die in his angelical body, man. He came down as flesh and blood to take that same walk as someone is in flesh and blood, man. The children of Israel in flesh and blood. Finish it up, NLT. It says, and only by dying could he break the power of the devil. See that? So being fearful of death, man, you shouldn't be, because the Lord broke the power of the devil, man. Who had the power of death? See that? Who had the power of death? And see, this mystery is only for the elect, man. I'm going to get into King James one more time. It says, for as much then as the children are partakers of the flesh and the blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that have power of death, that is the devil. So it ain't no little red man under the earth, man. You can go to and burn and under the ground forever. It's a man now has power over death. He can sentence you to death. Good News Translation, it says, since the children, as he calls them, are people of flesh and blood, Yahweh Shah himself became like them to share their human nature. See that? The Lord did this for us. He did this so that through his death, he might destroy the devil. See that? That's the only thing Esau has power over, death. That's why he was given a sword, man. A sword is a killing instrument, man. That was a blessing that Esau would receive. So the Lord came in his flesh and blood to destroy that, man. To destroy his blessing. And this is, like I said, this is deeper than what people can, think, man, because this is a mystery, man. People think, oh, man, he died. He just go, oh, it's just a sad thing. No, man. The Lord took that sting of death away, man. You know what I mean? Yes, you might get emotional about it, you know, since somebody close to you, but the sting of death, the Lord overcame it, man. It says, who has power over death? See that? The devil has power over death. And you got a spiritual demon, Satan, but we know the seed. We just got the seed of the devil, man. That's who is working on the left-hand side right now, man. The seed is. See, the seed of the righteous is on the right side, and the seed of the wicked is on the left side, man. This is Romans 6. This is Romans 6, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, now, if we be dead with Hamashiach, we believe that we shall also live with him, knowing that Hamashiach, being raised from the dead, dieth no more. See that? That's a spiritual connection to him breaking the chains of death, man. Breaking the power that the devil had over death. 9, one more time. It says, knowing that Hamashiach, being raised from the dead, dieth no more. Death have no more dominion over him. See that? Death has no more dominion over our power, man. And we're being, the first scripture tells you in verse 8, it says, now, if we be dead with Hamashiach, see that? It won't have power over us, man. See, that power is over us now is death. That, you know, the Esau possesses, man, death. Verse 10, it says, for that he dieth unto sin once, but in that he liveth unto power. See that? We live for the Lord, man. And see, this is an example to us, man. Likewise, reckon ye also yourselves to be dead indeed unto sin. See that? We're dead to sins, man, because the Lord is going to blot out the elect's sins. That's why it's a fight to keep in this faith, man, to endure to the very end. Verse 11, one more time, it says, likewise reckon ye also yourselves to be dead indeed unto sin, but alive unto power through Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. So that's plain as I can possibly put it, man. We're dead to sin now, man, because our whole fight every day is to stay in this faith, man, stay in this truth, praising and glorifying the Lord, man, and praying nothing to take us away from our power, man. So Lord Williams edify me in the third. Shalom, shalom.